Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Today I'm going to be making some yellow cheese enchiladas. These are Tex-mex enchiladas, and these are the items that I'm going to be using for today. So I'm going to need some ground beef, some onion, some spices, garlic, pepper, salt, cumin. I'm going to need some chili powder, some tomato, some flour for thickening, of course the tortillas, and the cheese. So these are the items for today. So let's begin cooking. Okay, the next step is I'm warming up a medium saucepan. So I already put about a tablespoon of vegetable oil. So I'm going to start by sauteing the onion first. So let me go ahead and start cooking this before I add the ground beef and the rest of the ingredients. So it's been about 3 minutes. The onion has been cooking already. So I'm going to go ahead and add my beef. I'm going to start breaking it down and start to browning. So I started browning the meat. I'm not going to add spices right now because I want to see how much water and oil it releases. So once I drain that, then I'll start adding my spices so I won't lose any of the flavors when I drain. So let me continue to cook, and it's going to be about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes. The meat has browned and I have drained all the excess oil and liquid that it released. So I'm now getting ready to add the next step, which is my spices. So let me add all this. We get those flavors going and get those spices in. Get the chili powder so we can start cooking it and toasting it. So let me continue to cook these spices with the meat, and then I'll go to the next step, which is my flour. So let's continue to cook. Okay, so the meat has been cooking with the spices for about 2 minutes now. It smells delicious in here and it looks good. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the flour so we can toast it and get it nice and cooked. And this is just a thickening agent. So when we do the chili, it thickens. So let me continue to cook the flour and then continue to the next step. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes. The flour is nice and toasted. So I'm going to go ahead and add my tomatoes now. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my water so we can start simmering the chili. So it's about a cup and a half of water. So let me go ahead and continue to cook. And right now, I'm going to let it simmer. And then I'm going to go ahead and taste to see if it needs any spices. And then we'll continue to the next step. Okay, so the chili started to simmer, so I'm going to go ahead and let it simmer for about 20 minutes so all those flavors can incorporate into the meat and wait for it to thicken a little bit. So let me continue to cook, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, as the chili continues to simmer, I'm going to go ahead and warm my tortillas. I don't like to put them in oil. I'm just not a fan of putting my, warming up my tortillas in oil. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in a damp towel and put them in the microwave for a minute or so. So as long as we get them warm enough to roll. And of course, I'm going to start filling them with my cheese. So the tortillas are warm enough, so I went ahead and I filled with cheese and I put some onion. If you don't like onions, you don't have to put them, but my family likes them with onion. So I'm going to continue to roll and then go to the next step. Okay, so all the enchiladas are rolled now. I'm going to go ahead and cover them. The chili is about to be done, so I'm going to cover them with a damp towel and the lid so they won't get dry, and then I'll continue to the next step. Okay, so it's been 22 minutes. This chili is ready and it's nice and thick. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and then continue to the next step. Okay, so I got my enchiladas there and the chili is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and start covering my enchiladas with the chili sauce. And we're going to cover them all nice and coated so we can get them cooking in the oven. We're gonna bake them for about 15 minutes, so just so the cheese can melt, because of course the tortilla is good and the chili is already cooked. So we're gonna go ahead and cover them, get them real nice and covered with a chili sauce, and then okay, so all right, so let me go to the next step, which is adding the cheese. Okay, so the tortillas are nice and covered with the chili. So now I'm just gonna add the cheese on the top, and so we can start baking them. And like I said, you're just gonna bake them for about 15 minutes, so the cheese inside the tortilla melts, and of course the cheese and the outside melts. So let me just cover them real good and get this nice cheese going. Okay, so I'm gonna toss them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay, so the enchiladas are ready. The cheese is nice and melted, and they look awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and serve so we can enjoy this delicious lunch. So these are my enchiladas. So I served them with a side of rice. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy our delicious lunch for today. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.